This is my second year as a grandfather. Here is a picture of the two sweetest girls in the world, Mary Alice, now almost 2, and Maggie, born in September. Mary Alice and I read children's books a lot, but I haven't yet read to her The Ugly Duckling. The original version is pretty dark. Somehow a baby swan ends up in a duck's nest. He's big, clumsy, ugly for a duck. He's picked on, he's got to raise himself and try to keep himself alive. His siblings say, "I wish the cat would get you." His mother says, "I wish you'd never been born." But one day, he learns he's better than that. He's more than that. One day he lives the life he was always designed for. Greetings from all of us at Miracle Hill as we celebrate the birth of Christ, our Savior, our model for living, our hope and source of power. In Luke chapter 2, we read about shepherds living out in the fields, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid. I have good news of great joy, which will be for all the people. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is Christ the Lord." The angel came to shepherds. You know, those who were despised back then. The ones who slept mostly outside while others slept inside. They had little or no education. They lived in poverty, away from human connection and opportunity. They weren't homeless in the strictest sense of today's world, but they were pretty close to it. Just like back then, the news of Christ coming, His redeeming power, and the love shown by His followers is good news. Great news to abused and lonely children, to adults and children whose lives don't work, to the ugly ducklings of today. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that everyone is attractive in their current state, although each of us is created in the image of God. I am saying that beauty in each of us is revealed as we experience God's love, cleansing and empowering, and God allows me to serve at a place called Miracle Hill, where those without hope experience shelter, food, and miracles every day. Gwen, one of our terrific staff members, years ago became a foster parent to Bill, a traumatized child diagnosed as deaf and mentally disabled. As Bill experienced family stability and unconditional love, they discovered these diagnosed disabilities didn't even exist, and Bill went to college on scholarships. Several of our key ministry leaders at Miracle Hill were considered addicts or failures in their past, and then Christ stepped in. They lead not only productively, but they lead with excellence. Marius came into our care 3 years ago when he was 17. Last year, at the age of 20, he moved into his own apartment. Recently, he got a car, and he has a job now that pays more. He's living successfully. Stuart was successful in corporate America until addiction robbed him of almost everything. He went through Miracle Hill's Overcomers Addiction program 6 years ago, and is now successful once again in corporate America. But I had the privilege of performing his wedding ceremony last month to a beautiful, godly woman. Innovative partnerships with supporting churches increased our foster families from 83 last December to 102 today. And this year, as last year, several of the children are being adopted by the families caring for them. Miracle Hill's new family strengthening program helps children return to birth families sooner and helps some families keep their children who would otherwise have lost them. It's because Miracle Hill provides food, shelter, and hope to homeless children and families with a Christ-centered, relationship-driven approach that enables children, women, and men to make a fresh start. Next time you're at church, look around at your sanctuary. Does it hold 600 people? That many are in Miracle Hill's care every night, more in cold nights. Does it hold 2,700 people? That many unique individuals are cared for by Miracle Hill in the course of each year, and because everyone is related to someone, we touch many more lives than that. Thank you for making the work of the Lord possible at Miracle Hill this year. Whether you volunteer, give, or pray, your investment is accepted by Christ as your gift to Him. May your Christmas be filled with peace, and may 2015 be terrific.